Hi everyone, Lisa here from My Simple Rural Life. So it's been about 9 months since my last vlog. A lot has happened in that time. Um, the 9 months has gone past in some respects very quickly, and I certainly didn't intend um, to stop recording these little vlogs. Um, so the last time that I recorded was when I was in Woy Woy, and I'm not in Woy Woy anymore. One of the reasons for starting this vlog was because I wanted to move to a more rural location and to have a garden and live a more peaceful, sustainable life. And shortly after my last video, about 9 months ago, a few things happened. My mother went into hospital and from there needed to go into aged care. So I had to look after all of that for her, find her a place, pack up her unit, and deal with all of her belongings and so on. If anyone watching has been through this, then you know what that's like. It's hard work, it's stressful, and anyway, I got it done. Mum is now happily living in a really lovely aged care facility. During the time of Mum being in hospital and me having to go in every day and every other day, I managed to tear my meniscus, medial meniscus, which is, I don't know, a cartilage or ligament or something in the knee. It's basically the big one that holds all three bones in your knee together. So the doctor said, well, you need to elevate it for 2 weeks for it to start to heal. Yeah. Yeah. And obviously, I was in the, trying to deal with Mum and help her and move her. And so it just didn't happen. And shortly after that, um, my best friend since high school, we've been very dear friends ever since high school, said to me, Lisa, I'm moving to Albury. And I thought about it and I said, can I come too? And she said yes. So then knowing that she wasn't going to be moving till February meant that would give me time to declutter, which was a big job that I had to do. Lots of things happened in the meantime. I bought a dehydrator, and I'll show you that another time. Started to learn how to dehydrate. Learned how to make more things. Everything was going pretty well. Trying to declutter and not necessarily start to pack because we weren't moving till February. But still, I bought books and learned a lot from my favourite channels on YouTube, Roots and Refuge and Sustainable Holly and Diane and Samson. So many of them that I watch and learn from, and from the books, of course, because I think I mentioned in my first video, I didn't have any outdoor space at all at my little unit in Woy Woy, and the unit faced southwest, so it wasn't conducive to growing things on windowsills and that sort of thing. It really wasn't. It was incredibly hot in summer, incredibly cold and drafty in winter. It just wasn't the right. You just couldn't grow anything there. So I had to, as Jess on Roots and Refuge would say, turn my waiting room into a classroom, which I did, and was doing a lot of learning. Then, not long after that, in October, I wasn't feeling 100%, which, for those of you who've watched the videos before this one, I do have a few health problems that I'm challenged with, that I refuse to allow to stop me from doing what I want to do, but sometimes, limitations occur. And I went to the doctor and said, "Look, I'm not feeling well, and my dad has a pacemaker, and my mum's just received a pacemaker, and I'm concerned about my heart." He said, "Okay," so he sent me off to have an X-ray of my chest. My heart is fine, but the X-ray did show a shadow on my lung, and I'm fine. before you before you go, "Oh no, she's dying." No, I'm not. I do have a very small tumour in my right lung in the middle lobe, and it's got to come out. And I've got a great surgeon. I'm waiting for a surgery date. But of course, there were lots of scans and tests and all of that sort of thing that had to happen. And that basically took up a lot of the, when I got some work, which is great. When I wasn't doing my work, I was going to medical appointments, looking after mum and her stuff, and trying to declutter. And it was a lot. It was a lot. And hobbling around with a cane because of my torn ligament thingy in my knee. So it's been a lot, but I'm here and I'm telling you the tale. So we found my friend Debbie, and I found a fantastic place um, in one of the outer suburbs of Albury, and we moved in on the 9th of February. And for those of you who don't know, Albury sits right on the border of New South Wales and Victoria, right on the beautiful, iconic, mighty Murray River. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting every time I cross it. It's so exciting. I've never been to Albury before. I knew nothing about the area. We moved here because Debbie's son lives here and works here. So because she wants to buy a property, a house in the next couple of years, and the Central Coast was just way too expensive. She felt that this would be a good place to come. And wow, I agree. Albury is amazing. What a beautiful, beautiful little city. It's a regional city. It's really like a big country town. It does have a CBD, quite a decent sized CBD. But within 5 minutes, you're in these beautiful country suburbs, suburban sort of areas with big wide streets and beautiful tall trees overhanging the road as you drive through, and within another 5 minutes you're out in the country. Really, we're surrounded by fields and hills, and it's really beautiful. Now, I'm not living in the lovely little rustic cabin or cottage that I dream of. I'm actually living in a big 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, brand new home. And I've got an office and we've got a guest room. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful house. It's not what I expected to be moving into. The prices here are half what we were paying on the Central Coast. So I recall my original introduction video that I wanted to be paying around $200 a week. I'm paying $230. That's my half share of this beautiful house that Debbie and I have got here. And it's only got a small garden, but we've already started a vegetable garden. We're coming to the end of summer. It's really hot. I mean, really hot for me. It's actually been a very mild summer, the locals tell me. But today's about 37 degrees, which is close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's very dry. I've moved basically from warm, temperate, very humid coastal area to inland, arid, very dry um, temperatures and climate. So it's very different for me. And there's no way that I would be sitting outside on a 37-degree day if I was still in Woi Woi. It would just be too hot and humid. The humidity makes everything hotter. And the humidity also made me I don't know what the word is, but I would just turn into a vegetable. I couldn't move. I felt unwell. The humidity would really hit me hard. every summer. Here, I mean, I'm not going to stand out in 37-degree heat for too long. I'm not an idiot. And it is hot. But I don't feel that drag, that horrible drag that humidity does to you. It's a much better climate for me. Much better climate for me. The house is fully ducted with air conditioning, evaporative cooling. Actually, the locals call them swampies. It's lovely and cool inside. We have gas heating. We have a dishwasher. Oh my gosh, I've never owned a dishwasher. Never had a dishwasher anywhere. So that's fun. And our little garden. We're growing some herbs. We're also growing some seeds. We're coming towards the end of summer. Technically, it is autumn, and the nights are cold and the days are hot still. So we've started some brassica seeds. So we've got cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, a few other things growing. We're still growing some lettuce, which is great. We've been enjoying our own lettuce and herbs like basil and lots of mint and lemon balm and peppermint for my teas. I've got a couple of raised garden beds, which currently have, we threw some shelling pea seeds in, so they're growing. And really, we will pick some of the hardier ones out and transplant to grow, but the rest of them will be dug in and used like a green manure. And we've got a compost bin and a worm farm. I can't wait to show you all this. I will finish here, and I'm really excited about sharing my life here with you and this next step in the journey towards my simple rural life. Thank you for joining me on the journey today. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon.